I'm too raw for TV. If you hear my voice, then you're part of the revolution. Welcome to the new world. I'm your host, the Ratchet Revolutionary Palmetto Star, but you can call me Prophet. Hit me up on Twitter at 2Raw4 TV Radio. That's numerically with the number 2, RAW, the number 4 TV Radio. And we're going in tonight about something that a lot of people are going to not like because they are malfunctioning right now. A lot of people are malfunctioning right now. We had to recognize that and have to realize that a lot of people are like, what's going on? What's going on? People are malfunctioning. That's what's going on. You know, it's not just AI. You know, a lot of these people are AI right here. So we have a special guest here, the one and only At Peace Makita. You guys may have seen her on Daily Show along with a lot of other places. She's definitely doing her thing. Amazing speaker. So I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about herself.
Okay. Thank you, Palmetto, for having me. What's up, Too Raw for TV? This is my first appearance here. I'm really happy to be here. Well, I am a life coach, a childbirth doula, an artist, an international speaker, a mother, a model. I do this a little bit.
About everything right now.
I'm just all about, living a full life and really embodying your life. You know what I mean? So you can't really put me in a box. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here. I really love high intellectual conversation and being able to elevate our conversation. So I'm really looking forward to being here. I don't know what else you want me to say. I can say a lot. I don't know what you want me to say.
You can say a lot. But make sure that you're tuned in to RoberTV.tv because you know where we can't say a lot at? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all these platforms that love to censor people. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about that. Censorship plus so much more on 2Raw for TV. You guys download the app on iPhone or go to 2rawfortv.tv and tap in. Tap all the way in because we're going in tonight. 5 signs of melanated mental malfunction. Now, the backstory behind it is kind of crazy because me and you, shout out to Roz Isis, Vegan Dream Donuts, located right in the real heart of Atlanta, the West End. So I was out there, 2Raw for TV. We have that podcast up on deck on the site. So I pulled up on Tuesday night and At Peace Makita happened to be there. She was off camera, but she was saying the greatest things ever. And I was like, look, I gotta see what she's about, and we started talking and chopping it up and I'm like, hold up, I'm about to have a show about this. I'm like, so we just hashed out a whole show in about 30-40 minutes.
Yeah, the synergy was great. And you and I were so aligned on the thinking, as far as the mentality. So it was really easy. And I'm really glad that we did it. And I hope that people, it's going to be entertaining in a way and you're going to laugh. Some people may get a little offended by things we talk about. But these are the types of conversations we're supposed to be having. Like, you can stay in the matrix, as some people call it, and have those conversations. But what really intrigued me about coming on tonight was the opportunity to be too raw for TV and to have conversations that we would not normally have,
right?
And be able to express a mindset or thought process that we would normally do. So I'm really grateful to be here. I'm excited about the conversation. About to go down.
Well, the Matrix is glitching, and the robots of routine are malfunctioning. Why? Black minds are cracking as the illusion crumbles. Zombies rising, ready to drag you into their personal hell if you're not awake. Why are you trying to wake up a zombie? So tonight on Two Raw for TV, we're talking to artist, model, and professional speaker At Peace Makita. Are you talking to someone who isn't there? There are 5 shocking signs that you need to know for the malfunctioning mind that will save your life. These people are malfunctioning out here. People wonder why things are going so crazy. Are you going to be part of the crazy? Are you going to know and recognize the signs and be able to save yourself from the mayhem? That's the question.
That's the question. We're crazy in these streets.
Yeah.
I tell you. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, by the way, you guys call in 470-572-7678. We're going in tonight. 5 signs, 5 shocking signs of melanated mental malfunction. And so we're going in. I want if you could play those videos consecutively of the YouTube, because I need to let people know who we're talking to right now at Peace Makita. And we're going to talk about that. You guys call in, tap in as long as you can on Instagram. Win the revolution. But we're only going to be here 15 minutes, y'all. We're going to be here for 15 minutes. At that 15-minute mark, we not on social media. It's going to be Too Raw for TV, Too Raw for Instagram.
Too Raw for TikTok.
Are you anti-water charge and anti-water meter?
We're anti-privatization of water. It should be a freedom. It should be a public utility, not free, because somebody has to process it. Somebody has to service it. We understand that. But should people be charged for it? Should people be charged for a bridge? It doesn't cost money. My understanding is it costs the water system even more money to produce a cup of water as it does to produce a whole, gallon of water. So why justify it? Why? I just don't understand that. Now, if you can help me understand it where it makes sense and it's logical, then yeah, let's negotiate, let's jostle, let's talk about it. But it doesn't make sense.
We've had meters for a very long time, and the fear is that once you get meters, it's a wrap. It's all over. They will have.
How do you mean?
What I mean is that they will have the ability to raise water rates. They will have, at their own
Position,
whenever they want to. I'm telling you, this is the wrong road to go down, especially with these meters. And I just really love how you guys have been peacefully protesting and just for these 10 weeks. I mean, that is just a wonderful thing. And keep it up. No meters.
No meters.
So you are against meters. Are you against charges as well?
No, like I just said, someone has to pay. So in our taxes, in a progressive tax system, if it's been working, why are you trying to change it? A meter, like I've told people, a meter is equivalent to a cash register. It's just there to clock you and to tally. And from my research, once you get the meters in by April 1st, you already in debt for the next 9 years. It doesn't make sense.
And then what happens is that when your water gets cut off, in our town, we're in charge of the Detroit Water Brigade. We have different programs to help people with water. We have water stacked in our basements. We have different water levels. We run water hoses from our houses to share our water with people whose water have been cut off. We share our showers. We let people cook. We're in a process now of putting together programs to where we have laundry. That's where you wash your clothes, that maybe they can go and wash their clothes one day a week for free. I mean, it's just really, really hard. And if you want to live like that, then that's what's going to happen with these meters.
For sure, without a doubt.
You hear me?
We gotta go that.
Can I just ask you one? Sorry. Can I just ask you one more question? No, you are two crowd cutaways, okay? I'm particularly, just reaction to crowd cutaways. Your advice to people. What's your advice to people here?
Stand for what you believe in or fall for anything. I mean, stand for what you believe in. If you believe that people being cut off from water is okay, then go ahead and get a meter. But if you know better, do better. I mean, really. Basically, what capitalism and all of this stuff is trying to tell us or get us to believe is that a life rests on paper that they say that is worth. Your life means a piece of paper. If you don't give them what they want, then you're no longer human. I'm sorry, but you didn't bring me to this planet, so you don't get to tell me that. We're here together. Let's work together. Let's figure it out together. Because I'm gonna tell you something else. Whatever debt is left, most of the people who are here today probably won't feel the effects of it. Where's the baby? Rory. That baby right there is going to have to pay for the rest of his life. Why? Tell me why.
And I'd like to add that since it's the holiday season, and I know we all watch the Christmas tree and all that. When you watch the Scrooge, one of our girls come to visit him. The one of the past, the one of the present, and then there's going to be the one of the future. Let us be the ghosts of the future that are visiting you to warn you about what's going to happen, and let Detroit be an example of the future of the water situation here.
Let us hear
No way, we won't pay. No way, we won't pay. No way, we won't pay.
No way, we won't pay.
On the streets of Dublin today conveyed not just opposition to the diminished water charges, but deep anger with the two parties in government, Fine Gael and Labour, indicating that if there were a general election anytime soon, Fine Gael would suffer serious seat losses and Labour meltdown. Tonight we discuss the significance of today's protests. With us will be Sean Kine, Fine Gael TD for Galway West, Timmy Dooley, Fianna Fáil TD for Clare, Ruth Coppinger, Socialist Party TD for Dublin West, Victoria White, columnist with The Examiner, and Brendan Ogle of the United Trade Union. We start with At Peace Makita, who's from Detroit, and she's a member of the Detroit Water Brigade team, and she came to Dublin for today's protest. What is this Detroit Water Brigade team?
Detroit Water Brigade consists of just concerned citizens in the city of Detroit who saw a crisis. The city had announced earlier this year that they would be turning off 3,000 families a week. So
turning water
off of 3,000 families per week.
Yeah.
So that's a crisis. So we got together and
got Google.
Got donations of rain catchment kits, of funds to help families, and really just started to mobilize on the ground, making sure that families have water.
This is because those families were not paying water charges.
Partially. The customers themselves or the residents, low-income residents who could no longer afford the water rates, they were definitely penalized for it. If you were delinquent on a bill, $150, I'm not sure how much that would be in euro, but it's very low amount of money. But if you were delinquent on your bill, $150 or more, your water was cut off.
$150 per what?
Just your bill in general.
Per year or per month? Or?
Per month. We get billed per month.
$150 per month?
If you were delinquent, your water was disconnected.
About €120 per month. God, that's serious.
Yeah, and so the corporations themselves, Tiger Stadium, where the Red Wings play, Joe Louis Arena, golf courses, they kept their water running, and they owed hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it became a huge problem. Why are low-income families being penalized for the corporations in the city who are not taking care of their responsibilities?
So how many families in Detroit now are deprived of water?
To my understanding, the numbers are constantly played with, and there's no real hardcore number being reported. The last I was told is approximately 20,000 families or more.
So affecting maybe 80,000 people or so.
Perhaps, yeah, because it's a family.
Yeah.
It's families.
Yeah, and what are those people doing? What are they doing for water? Water is essential.
It's very essential. I've experienced having my water shut off before with myself and my small children, and it's not easy. A neighbor allowed us to run a water hose from his home to ours. We had to get containers and barrels and fill them up to flush our toilet, to eat, to bathe ourselves. It's a huge inconvenience. Psychologically is probably the hardest part of it. The trauma of knowing that your life, you need water to live, and knowing that you now live in a society where you're not valued. Like, your life doesn't mean anything if you don't have a piece of paper Like, that was the most traumatic part to explain to my children. Like, you know, we are considered less than human because we didn't have what this utility company said we needed to survive.
Was the water service privatized in Detroit?
It's not publicly made that it's privatized, but it's pretty clear that it is privatized, just how the system is working. To my understanding, there are private sectors within the water department now, since our bankruptcy, that have been allowed into the water department as consultants.
It's essentially public services run by the Detroit city council.
It used to be. We were appointed an emergency manager, and that emergency manager pretty much became the
This is after Detroit went bankrupt.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a representation of the extent to which the more vulnerable sections of the Detroit population were most affected by the bankruptcy, for which they had no responsibility.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Are you disappointed? Generally here, some of us had thought that Barack Obama's coming to the presidency of the United States would change things a bit, that there would be less poverty. Approximately 40 million Americans are in poverty, according to the official census results, and particularly members of the African American community. But things don't seem to have changed at all. In fact, they may have got worse.
Yes, I agree. Education is probably the most powerful tool that we have right now. And just because you appoint someone into office who looks like you or who may be able to relate on some level to you cannot change the mindset of a mass of people that has been inbred in them for hundreds of years. So it was kind of, I guess, it wasn't an answer or solution to the bigger problems that African Americans face in the United States.
You came to Dublin on Sunday, you said, and you've been around all the pubs and drinking too much. What did you think of today's protest?
Today's protest was phenomenal. Oh, my God. I was just so overwhelmed. I mean, I actually had a moment of crying where I was just like, I cannot believe that this many, you know, souls on the planet, this many people, you know, are ready to stand for what they believe in. We see it in America, but to see it in such a spirit of love and solidarity and just, you know, just knowing that standing for what's right for yourself and the next generation was phenomenal. It was peaceful. People were smiling and happy, but very determined. And that was very refreshing.
Yeah, I thought one of the features of today's protest was that the good humour. People were in good humour. And these weren't the usual suspects out protesting. These were families.
That's right.
Lots of children there. Yeah,
That's
right.
right.
That was interesting.
That's right. I'm a family woman. You know, I'm a veteran of the United States military. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a model, an artist. So it just felt good to see that, you know, we the people who live normal everyday lives.
Hey, you got to get the app, man, to see the whole unedited version of this. I already know we're going in.
I mean, because
it's going to be too raw for Instagram, IG.
And they're out there, but everyone is affected.
Get on Too Raw for TV app. You got an iPhone?
So, you know, it's important that we all just stand
iPad?
together and not start judging.
You can download the app on there.
To the real that if you don't have water, you die.
Oh, you still doing that other video? I think you sent me 3.
We're going to get a lot of work done, we're going to help a lot of people, and we're going to give them a lot of empowerment. It's real important that when we go in here and we do this work, that we are compassionate, we're here to help, we're here to treat you, mutual respect.
Oh, no doubt, I got you.
I'm a single mother of 5 children, so going without water is a major problem, major issue. So my water has been cut off 3 times.
I called the water company, and she's told me I owed them $135. They turned my water off for $135. At this time, it was just me and my daughter. And it was hard. It was literally hard.
We're one of the hardest hit neighborhoods. People are losing their children over this water. People have to have water to live.
This water crisis is impacting over 150,000 households. I'm a volunteer for the Detroit Water Brigade.
We just in the neighborhood, we trying to inform the community about what's going on in terms of the water shutoffs that's happening right now.
If you know anyone who is struggling,
we just basically out here to let people know that there is resources that's available.
the people of Detroit are standing up and putting our bodies in the way of this inhuman, illegal activity.
Water is a human right. Stop the water shut off. Water is a human right. Stop the water shut off. Water is a human right. Stop the water shut off. Water is a human right. Stop the water shut off.
It's to Robert TV. 5 signs of melanated mental malfunction. And we're going to get into all the signs tonight. Number 1 is too raw for Instagram, too raw for Facebook, too raw for Twitter, too raw for TikTok, too raw for TikTok, too raw for any of these things. So if you're on any of these social media platforms, you need to go to too-raw-for-tv.tv right now. Get on the app. If you're on iPhone, iPad, anything that starts with I, get it and join us right now. Peace.